about what we're doing and what we still need to address in terms of our implementation efforts, okay? There are 41 items and it spans 6 critical components of MTSS. But before we get started, I'd like first just go around and introduce each other, ourselves, and just tell me what your role is here on your leadership team. And I'll get us started. I'm Tara Bullard. I'm the district MTSS supervisor.
My name is Dr. Deb Dallas. I'm the principal of Rockco Elementary School.
My name is Amanda Graham, and I serve as the assistant principal /MTSS coordinator here at Rockco Elementary.
My name is Wendy Dorsey Carr, and I serve as an exceptional children's teacher and chairperson of the EC department here at Rockco Elementary.
My name is Brandy Bullard, and I serve as a first grade teacher and the K-2 department chairperson here at Rockco Elementary.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Zach Jones, and I serve as the academic coach here at Rockco Elementary.
Hi, my name is Gwen Rogers, and I serve as a third grade teacher and a 3-5 department chairperson here at Rockco Elementary.
Well, thank you. It's nice to meet you all. I'm glad that you're here today. I see that you all came prepared, so thank you for that. You came with your laptop, and I see that you all have your hard copy of your FAMS rubric with you today. I've just sent you an email that will give you access to our scoring tool, so please check your email now and go ahead and pull that up. And while you're doing that, I'm going to explain what our protocol will be like for today. So in a moment, I'm going to assign each of you a rater number, and that rater number will correspond to one of the tabs that you see at the bottom of the spreadsheet. You're going to have your own tab, okay? And this is important because I want you to feel free to respond to each of these items based on what your truth is with your implementation efforts. If there's anything you don't understand or anything you have questions about, I would ask that you just hold that until the end and just do the best you can to respond to each item based on your knowledge, okay? We're going to also address all 6 critical components today. I'm going to give you a brief overview of what each component consists of before I tell you to get started to provide your ratings. Please do not work ahead, Principal. Principals are always the worst with working ahead, but I would ask that everybody in the group, when I give you the numbers that we're going to work on, the range of numbers, that you stick to that section only so that we can have some conversation about it before we move on. Does everybody know how to use the rubric, the FAMS rubric?
Well, during our last MTSS meeting, we read through the rubric and we discussed how to use it. We know that we start from the left column with the item description, and then we work across the columns to the right. The ratings build on each other, so we know that all parts of the descriptors in each column must be true before we move over to the next column. We also know to refer to the related notes section for each item so we have a common understanding around any terms or phrases that may be unfamiliar. The examples of supporting evidence also help us in thinking about the evidence that we should have to justify our rating, so we can proceed.
That sounds good, Ms. Graham. Glad you did that. So once everybody has responded to each section, we're going to look at these ratings together. We're going to look at them together. We're going to, if we need to, we're going to have some conversation if the consensus has not been reached. My role as a facilitator is really just to help guide your discussion. I'm here to answer any questions that you might have, and to really kind of like ask you some questions if you get stuck around any item. So I want you to keep in mind that the FAMS is not an evaluative tool, okay? It's not going to be used for anybody's evaluation purposes. It is strictly a tool to monitor the progress of your implementation and for us to come together and determine what the next steps are for your school. Are there any questions before we get started? Any questions? Okay. All right, I'm going to give you your rater numbers now. If you forget easily, please write it down when I give it to you. When I give you a number, that's the tab on the spreadsheet that I want you to navigate to. So, Dr. Dallas, if you'll use rater tab number 4. Ms. Graham, if you'll use rater tab number 2. Wendy Dorsey Carr, if you'll use rater tab number 7. Miss Bullard, my Bullard sister, use rater tab number 6. Mr. Jones, if you'll use rater tab number 12. Ms. Rogers, use rater tab number 9. Did I give you one name? Yeah. Okay, so that's everybody, right? Everybody got a tab number? Okay, so once you are on your assigned tab, give me a thumbs up. So let's begin. The first critical component that we're going to address is leadership. Leadership is a key factor in implementation of any large-scale innovation. The building principal, assistant principal, and the team. Having a team is critical to implementation of MTSS, and they really kind of lead the work. So having those teams in place and monitoring implementation of MTSS is really about this first section is about. So once you're using your FAMS rubric, please provide a rating for items 1 through 6 only. And in your spreadsheet, it is like a yellowish color. So once you complete all of the items in yellow, stop. You may begin.